But I was watching 90 Day Fiancé. When he came to America, he was mad that the girl didn't put a bidet in.
Dude, bidets are the best.
Because he said that...
Are they?
They're like the healthiest way to clean your ass crack.
How hard does the water shoot?
Because he wants that shit to fucking...
It doesn't hurt.
I know, but I need my shit clean.
Yeah. You can get ones that also, like, will go back and forth.
And do you wipe your ass
patterns.
after the bidet?
Yeah, dude. You gotta dry it off.
No, he said no.
Drip dry.
No, he's drip drying.
He's like
because
Jerry
what's the
Maguire.
point?
You seen Jerry Maguire? He's like, I air dry.
Because here's the thing. If you have a bidet, right, your ass is all wet, right? If you try to wipe it, half the time you're just going to end up with putting all this fucking leftover paper towel up your ass crack, right?
When you
Yes.
you use a towel.
I prefer not to poop right after I
Wipe your
shower.
ass with a towel?
Yeah, no one likes to poop after the shower. You gotta poop before you go in the shower.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I know, but your
'Cause when you sit
butthole's
there-
wet.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
nasty.
Yeah.
No one that likes it. And your seat's all wet.
No, I don't. But I mean, after you've even dried off, your butthole stays wet for a good 30 minutes.
Donnie,
I don't mean your butt cheek. I mean inner butthole.
So how wet?
Your inner mind's eye.
How wet does your butthole get?
As wet as the shower, long of a shower I take.
How many times do you wipe or wash your butthole while you're showering? Just one good circle.
You know what's funny? I remember I worked with when I worked a construction job, and it's all like families. It'll be like a dad and three sons, a dad and a son, whatever. And this one guy's an old Mexican guy, and they were talking about like washing their butthole in the shower. He's like, "You touch your butthole in the shower? You play with your butthole?" Like he gets hella mad.
Ew. That means he doesn't wash his ass crack.
There's people that don't.
No, it doesn't matter, and it doesn't matter how much water you get in there. The crust is. If your ass is crusty, it's gonna stay crusty, right?
For sure.
Welcome to Best There Is podcast. I am here with a round table of many minions. Declan, revolving chair, Ryan, and Donnie, popping tops.
Yeah.
We're getting chocolate wasted, Diet Coke,
Chocolate wasted.
I don't know what kind of coffee you got. Damn, you took a hit of that. You ready?
It's just iced coffee.
That's it. It just has ice and just black coffee.
Oat milk.
Oh, that's
Goat milk.
Oat milk.
Oh.
They don't have goat milk yet.
All right, future Ernie here and present in this moment. That sounds kind of confusing with time travel, but basically while editing, the camera was crapping out left and right. I don't know what's going on or what is the malfunction. Somehow it sped up our whole video. The whole video, when we look at it and watch it, it's perfectly fine. When I go to compress it, it changes. So you're going to have no faces in this of us, sadly. But, you know, we will carry on. The show must go on. So that's it. And hopefully by this weekend, we'll just get a new freaking camera. This is ridiculous. But anyways, go back to this fun podcast that you listen into and bear with it. And hopefully I could throw up some funny memes or something. I don't know. But yeah. Anyways, let's go back to where we were. Chris was like,
Can't get that much milk in
my wife, she was watching Star Wars.
Yeah, that's why you have farm and you have a bunch of goats.
Yeah, but even with a bunch of goats, I don't think you get that much milk.
Well, my wife was watching TV and she was like,
I don't know. You ever squeeze a goat titty? How do you know?
No.
I'm going to get onto that.
Squeezed a cow titty
But first,
before, but
that's what Crystal was like, oh, is this the Star Wars? You guys don't like them? There's a lot of Star Wars I don't like.
Why'd she turn into an old man?
I don't know.
Is this the Star Wars you
Is
kids
this Star
been
Wars you
talking
guys,
about?
you little kids like? And then it's the right part where he's fucking draining the fucking tit. And he's like,
Luke.
ugh. And I'm just like, ugh, why'd they do this? But, so I was arguing.
I made
I was arguing with
Knives Out
Declan.
though,
I was arguing with Declan, and you guys both could get into this.
Mm-hmm.
If you're born blind,
Sure.
you never seen a tit in your life.
Yeah.
All right? So,
Yeah, okay.
when you touch it, would you get aroused? Because you don't know what you're touching or feeling. You could grab my boob. Would it give you a boner? Ryan already checked out too.
No, I was trying to pretend.
It's
I was
hard to
blind
relate
for
to
a
this without any experience of being blind.
That's
Yeah, you-
basically
you-
what
you
I
can't
said.
Well, I was
really-
saying, but isn't that trippy though? Because how do you explain colors? Like I told Declan to a blind person.
Yeah, but feel is a lot like colors are specifically
Now-
a sight thing. Feel, you could be blind with a feel thing.
We're hella pitching. We're fine. We're fine. It's fine.
Talk about it in the middle of the podcast, and I'm gonna change it.
We're good. It's good. Don't have a breakdown. We're fine. It's good. You can hear it good. We're good.
I'm not having a breakdown. right there.
No, I thought you were gonna mess with stuff. But if they touch your wiener, a blind guy.
Did Donnie just
a
fart?
blind guy's gonna feel okay getting his wiener touched, but I'm just talking about him touching something.
Feel okay? Just okay.
Yeah. Well, he's more than okay. But what do they?
Depends on who's
what do
doing
they-
it.
Okay, how about
what do they
this?
imagine? What do they dream of?
No, but how about this? You can't see, and supposedly when you lose one of your senses, your other ones get stronger. Is his dick more sensitive than a normal person's?
That's not a sense, though.
Feel is a sense.
His touch might be.
Touch is a sense. That's your dick.
Feel and touch are the same
You
thing.
fucking moron.
So you think his wiener could touch things, and it's
Oh my god, this is such a stupid
So
conversation.
you
I'm,
think
just,
first off-
I'm just saying
No.
a blind person might have better sex than a normal person.
First off,
a blind person could read braille with his dick because
Don't.
he's so sensitive to touch.
don't describe them as they though,
Why?
because that's weird.
Like a group of blind people are gonna come after me?
No, I mean maybe.
If they're Daredevil, I'll be scared as fuck. But the other ones
don't-
can't see me.
Don't treat them as
so-
the other, man. They have a different experience, right? That's
No,
what
they have
I was saying to you. Like, do they not know what sex is at all? Like, if you're blind, you could still know what sex is, right? You could still somebody could still tell you what
But
sex is.
it's just a different concept that I always wrap around my head. Me and you have really
But
weird, fucked up
ask-
conversations.
But ask a blind person. No,
dur-
you
during me and yours
goad-
conversation,
you goad me.
You said if would you ask one if you could find a blind person? I'm like, yes, if they
So
could see.
find one.
They
So
can't-
stop bothering us with the fucking question.
I seen this dude on Instagram. He skateboards and he's blind.
I saw a guy that surfs and he's blind.
Which one's more impressive?
Probably surfing.
I don't know.
Both seem risky.
The guy on the skateboard uses a stick though.
Yeah, and is he like just doing like
No,
in
he
a
does
skate
some-
park?
No, he does some cool shit.
But is he in a skate
The
park?
motherfucker did the
No, he's in the
900.
streets.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's got like 5 guys around him though.
No,
By himself?
he's by himself and he just has a stick to.
Well, I
feel
mean, he's
like
got
the-
somebody recording, I assume.
Yes,
So he's got at least a second.
possibly a
person.
tripod. I don't know this man's life.
He's got a GoPro on.
He already is a tripod.
Oh,
You can't keep that in.
No,
Please
we
don't
will.
keep that
No.
in. No, please don't.
He's got a GoPro on his head so people can see his perspective. They just don't turn it on.
He just leaves the cap on.
That's so mean. We love people.
No.
No, it's just
especially blind people.
it's just interesting. They're better
They're
than
never going to
us.
see this.
I don't think I ever met a blind person.
I've seen them in public. Why you? That's just like.
By the way, you're going down with us by association.
Yeah.
So
So what paraplegic do you want to talk about?
I'm good.
I don't think that's right.
that's not paraplegic is specifically limbs. So if
Oh,
you're
okay.
paraplegic, you have access to 2
You
limbs.
just want to say
What-
handicap?
Handicapped, I guess.
Differently abled. That's the
Okay.
PC term for it.
So if you're like Joe Swanson, you're paralyzed. Does your wiener just not work, or the blood from your head goes down to your wiener and your wiener still works?
But he has kids in the show.
I know.
Does he?
That's also like
It's also a
it.
cartoon.
It also
That-
depends on what exactly is happening, like what kind of paralysis they have, what kind of degenerate disease. Because apparently Stephen Hawking was having sex and jacking off all the time or something like that.
Dude, I seen a video of a
He was
documentary.
a sex pest.
A documentary of someone. It was someone that was disabled like that, but they pay to have sex workers, and the sex workers are like deliberately working with disabled people because they don't get the same attention and stuff, and this is how they live their life. They don't ever get to have sex because they can't go holler at people and stuff like that. So there's specific like prostitutes out there, and they don't even look at themselves like prostitutes. They're like caregivers in a way, but they're sex caregivers because it's unfortunate they can't do stuff like Stephen Hawkins. Again, makes me
Hawkins.
Hawkins.
That's like the black parallel universe version of Stephen.
I'm trying to think of what.
Hey, yo, what's
I've
up?
seen the Family
Stephen
Guy where he's like,
Hawkins.
"Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah." I was on Family Guy though, not me. Can't put that.
He
on.
shows up in
They
in
are
Fairly
all
Odd
Parents. Does he? Is he
yeah,
really
he's
him?
the rival of the teacher from
Is he
Fairly Odd
really
Parents.
him?
Yeah,
Oh.
dude.
He talks in the robot voice.
Yes, he shows up. They probably didn't get his fucking voice, but they at least have to get his permission to use his likeness.
I mean,
They made fun of him all the time on
Big Bang Theory.
and
Well, he
he's
was
in
on the
it.
show.
yeah, but we don't talk about that show.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
The show sucks.
You started going through it, didn't you?
I've probably watched through it. Like
I've seen the
5
whole
or
thing,
6
for sure.
times now.
God.
I told you on my overnights, I needed stuff to watch.
And I watched Young Sheldon.
Now when I hear that,
Oh my
Young Sheldon, at least I think is a little more like life lessons.
I don't think I could do Young Sheldon.
It's
Did
like
you do
it's
Young
like,
Rock?
They do like one. Young Rock's amazing. It's
To
hilarious.
do young Rock. You've never heard about Young Rock?
Oh, like The Rock.
But he's
his
young.
life. Because he covers his high
Dude,
school
the
years.
guy who plays the high school version of him looks like him when he was younger.
Yeah, the college one, the high school one, and then
No, the
kid
college one. Sorry, the one where he was playing football.
Oh my god, there's such a good one where him and his homie that watch all the action movies. So they got a job where they have to go make sure all the phones work. So they have to go to payphones. And there's one where the lady like is there to check on them, and if they fuck up and one doesn't ring, they're gonna get in trouble. So they're running everywhere going, I got it. They're running, turning it, click dial tone, good, and it's at the end. It's like last second, and it's just a great episode. You'd enjoy it. I think you'd enjoy it. But the younger ones are really good
I don't like
because
sitcoms though. So
sitcom I think of live studio audience usually. But anyways, the young one's cool because they have Macho Man in it and Andre the Giant in it, and
but obviously not played by those people.
they're both dead. So no, unless you can Weekend at Bernie's or Voodoo that shit. Speaking of Voodoo,
It's called Papa Shanga.
brother, Voodoo is in Doctor Strange. You hear?
What?
Dude, I don't want to hear anything about
Thanks.
that.
I lied.
Thanks.
I'm going to go see it tomorrow. I don't want to hear
Morning.
anything.
Yeah, this is the problem. Is he like reads up on the spoilers because he can't go see it the week, and then he just tortures us with it.
I don't give a shit, to be honest with you. The one thing I'm more upset.
That one would be surprising though, because I haven't heard of his name.
I would
being
love
dropped
Voodoo.
ever.
Here's this is the thing with this movie coming out. I don't feel like since it's hit everything I've heard or whatever, it's not like mind blowing. Like, oh, the MCU's changed forever. I thought it was gonna be like in game potential. Like, we're all
That'd
shook.
be awfully quick.
We're shook. Well, we led into the multiverses with Loki, Spider-Man. So I thought with all this multiverse bullshit, it's gonna set up a big ass story. But I feel like they're just gonna nip it in the butt, tell the story, and be
Nip it
done.
in the bud.
And tell the story, and that's it. But Moon Knight,
Wow.
episode 5.
But Moon Knight.
Episode 5.
What a
Declan's
transition.
like,
I
dude-
know, he just killed it.
Declan's like, dude, you gotta watch. It's like the best episode ever.
It was.
And someone's like, there was not enough action. I was like, you didn't need it, bro. You didn't need it,
Dude,
It was so.
it was really
sad.
nice to see a good emotional scene between a dude and himself. Which is just what it was, though.
Dude, Oscar Isaac. And it's funny. Crystal watching Star Wars. She's like, hey, that's Moon Knight. I'm like, yes, honey. Poe's Moon Knight.
Ugh.
That's Apocalypse.
He's also. Yeah.
I know.
No, she wouldn't know that.
That's crazy. It's still crazy.
That gets tossed out of the house. You don't get to have that. Actually, I do have it because it's the
Gene,
Deadpool cover.
use your power.
Does he talk different? I haven't seen it. Does he act?
He has like
He is
a
an
crazy, like, synthesized voice.
Is he like in the cartoon? He goes like, "I am Apocalypse."
No,
when he
it's
talks,
super,
it's-
like, breathy and, like, yeah, it's super. It's supposed to be.
Have you seen
that
the
really
last
sucks.
one, the Dark Phoenix?
You think Apocalypse
I
was in
Phoenix
the last
movie?
one?
Yeah.
I've seen them all. I've seen it.
I haven't seen the last one yet. I got
Oh,
like
it's
5 minutes into it, and I was like,
The best part is
terrible.
when,
like 7 characters
Mystique
did
just
like things that those characters wouldn't do, and I was like, this is
What's the best part?
It's bad.
is when Phoenix destroys Mystique and she's gone from the movie.
yeah, fuck Jennifer.
I don't mind Jennifer Lawrence, but Mystique is the most fucking retarded person to focus on as a character.
She's a cool character, but just not that.
She's not the Professor X.
Did you see? Speaking of like weird, crazy
Rebecca
stuff,
Romaine said she'd come back.
I'm sure she did. I don't know what the fuck she's been in lately. Like YouTube is full of like Doctor Strange, left and right. People are like, "Don't go on it." I'm like, let's see. Everywhere, people have tons of fucking clips up there.
Oh, all I'm saying is the clips from. I don't know why this popped up my feed. The clips from the Bad Guys. I don't know why that
The cartoon.
Oh, that cartoon.
I don't know why that's like.
You
it's like
must look up the
spoiler.
movie The Bad Guys a lot.
Am I a furry? Did I not know?
Pat Guys is cool. Logan,
No,
he
dude,
did.
my
read that.
algorithm will just send me random shit. Like for a while, I was getting like Speed Racer clips.
You watch
The
Wachowski
cartoon?
Did you watch the
sisters
Matrix
that-
one? They're from the brothers that made it.
What?
The Wachowski sisters.
Wachowski. Oh,
No,
they're
no. I'm
transgender
talking about.
now?
I'm talking about the old.
Or they switched over.
Both of them.
They both were like, we're gonna be girls now. That's just weird.
I'm not answering. I'm not fielding any questions that you have to ask.
Excuse me, Declan in the back. What do you think about
I don't want to talk about.
two brothers that we're both men now are women?
Good for them.
Good for
Glad
them.
that they're happy.
There you go. Yeah, they did the Speed Racer that was awful.
I don't hate that movie.
I just remember your friend Rodney that loved that movie.
Dude, Black Brand used to give him so much shit for loving that movie. I forgot all about that. Ronnie's like, what?
That movie's probably better than Pixels.
No.
Like, watched it like every day.
No.
That and that Trolls movie.
What?
It wasn't Trolls. It was Treasure Island or something.
The Muppets?
No, it was a weird movie, and some dog blows up in it. And Ronnie was traumatized by it, and he always talked about it, and he never knew the name, and then we figured out the name, and we looked up the scene all together, and we busted up laughing because a dog blows up in it, and it's not really significant to the story. I don't get why he did, but anyways, yeah. But this one was like it was rough. Episode 5 was rough, man.
Yeah.
To think of you made your own, like, well, it's funny because I was watching other things about it, and they say when you have that disability, that's kind of what happens. If you already have it, you use your other ones to handle other things for you.
Yes. Usually there's like a protector.
I didn't know that's how it worked. I thought you were just born and you do it. And I used to think more it'd be like you hearing
like
voices.
I cannot stop staring at your stupid little fucking thing on the top of your mind.
Leave my.
Because it
and
like
he's playing with R2.
It's May the 4th.
He fucks with everything.
That's why we're talking about Moon Knight, bro.
You ever see him like fuck? He just fucks with everything all the fucking time.
It just cuts through my line 6. I'm like looking at all of you guys. It's just like this white thing I'm staring at.
But it was
Yeah, I like to fidget.
Are you gonna get him a fidget spinner?
No, not a spinner. I like to like fuck with shit. I have like OCD. Oh, don't give this to me because then it's gonna be the whole show is gonna be like that.
Why are you holding up the mic, bro? Just do it.
Because you're gonna be able to hear it.
people.
I'm gonna be right here.
I have anxiety. So that's why I keep this on me to distract.
You're not just a loser.
Some people don't.
You're not just a fucking
What
douchebag.
sucks is like I went to the I went to the car shop with you.
You had the look of like a kid stealing his toy bag.
I went to the car shop with you, and I felt I had this in my pocket. I'm like, they're gonna think I'm a fucking loser. Like, check out my tricks, bro. And like, it literally is just to like calm me down, distract
Spitting
me.
on my nose.
Can you do tricks with it?
People did.
He throws it under his
Back in the
arm
day,
and
people were
he
like,
catches it.
oh.
I guess that's the only trick is like throwing it up and catching it.
No, spinning it in different places. Like there's people spin on their nose.
Right.
That's not a trick.
It's on your dick, it is.
Not
Yeah,
impressive.
I think people were doing that.
I didn't look that up on browsers, so I don't know. But
Back to Moon Knight.
No, but yeah, it was fucking nuts, dude. And
Speaking of Moon Knight,
I was surprised.
my mind was fucking blown. I couldn't figure out what the fuck. Well, I'll tell you. Even episode 6, there's times I'm like, I'm losing it. I can't figure out what the fuck's going on because we jump around so much. And Chris was like, "Is he dead right now?" I'm like, "Yeah, I think he is." And then she kind of opens up and says, she says that in episode 5. She explains it.
Poete?
There. We're talking about episode 5.
Tonmi's here.
She says they open up, that this is your underworld, basically. That's what his
that
underworld looks
hippo
like.
CGI is so good.
how did he die?
They talked a lot about
The
like
hippo CGI
he got lit up by
dude. The CGI in this
Ethan
is
Hawke.
really good.
when he found the tomb and he was getting ready to do the ceremony.
When they were putting the Khonshu into the little thingy.
Gung Hey.
That already happened because he didn't have powers to heal or anything. So once he found the tomb that you put the thing in to raise the fucking alligator or what the fuck it is, he was there to stop it.
Amit.
But
The Tomb of Amit. Actually, the Tomb of Alexander the Great.
when Harrow showed up though, he lit him up with 2 slugs in the chest.
Did you like Ethan Hawke as casting? Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, but it sucked. It was wasted on some random ass fucking dude.
Yeah, but I don't think
like
Ethan Hawke.
Basilius in Doctor Strange.
Well, another
Yeah,
way.
that's crazy.
Because Matt Eccleston,
Mads Mikkelsen,
great.
Is what?
in Doctor Strange.
I don't want to know anything about Doctor Strange.
No,
No,
the
number
first
one.
Oh.
He's the bad guy. It's Caecilius.
And is he good or bad?
He's a bad guy, but Mads
I know, but
Mikkelsen's
did
a
you
good
like him?
actor. But Mads Mikkelsen's a really good
he
actor.
wasn't
He
that
could have
great.
played
You could have
Doom.
made him. Yeah,
He was a
Doom.
forgettable. He was a throwaway villain.
Yes,
They could have been Doom.
almost as close to Chris Eccleston as Malekith.
Who
but-
voiced Dormammu?
No, dude.
Benedict
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Cumberbatch.
Dude,
Okay,
Malik-
I had a feeling
And
that
did the
was
face too. The face.
Malekith, I think, is one of the worst villains.
No.
Just in that movie, though.
That's a
Yeah,
waste.
not in
we
comic
just said-
books.
we
That's another
just-
waste.
we just
I know,
said-
but I don't think Mads Mikkelsen's character. It was better. Had more. At least remember the guy and what he was like and stuff he said.
Okay, I said that. But it's not. I
Malekith was
just said
just
it
so
wasn't on
fucking
his
generic.
level though.
Yeah.
But
You
yes,
said it was close to Malekith.
Ethan Hawke, I thought was going to end up being like Dracula and the end of it. They said Blade was supposed to be in this, but I think a lot of things they wanted to cut out because what we talked about, me and you talked about.
What?
The Echo no, it was me and you. The Echo was supposed to be the love interest in this, and they cut that out of the story. Not his wife.
Well, aren't they giving Echo her own show? So.
Well, but they decided to put Echo as a villain in Hawkeye, so this was early development.
Isn't Echo supposed to be Daredevil's love interest?
She does. He ends up doing her, and it's weird because he's blind, she's deaf, and they're just.
That sounds like fun, honestly.
These topics today.
I don't know how that's weird.
I know it sounds like fun.
It sounds like a whole new experience.
It sounds like a kink. Like some people like tie their eyes up blind. I don't know anyone that makes themselves deaf while they do it though. But
I
what was this?
I was gonna say, I don't know. I was thinking.
I'm gonna do this.
I was gonna say, like I said, dude, being blind and having sex sounds like fun. But people do it. They just like cover their eyes and shit.
They just dump bleach in their eyes.
This is very gross.
bleach in their-
This is very gross. But I'm sure you've been at times where you're going, and you have that moment where your wiener almost gets sprung because you missed the hole a little bit.
I know.
Or when the
Like it slips out,
yeah, or when the girl's on you, and then you have those moments where
you jam it.
and there's people. There's like
You could break your dick.
There's like a TLC show that's
Hey,
like,
Dennis Rodman broke his dick like 5 times.
yeah, it's like a cartilage.
because he was fucking the shit out of some guy, bro.
but anyways, imagine being blind. You gotta hit that bullseye every time though.
Oh my god.
That's what he was saying though. It'd
That's
be fun.
his main villain.
Wait, what?
I meant bullseye as vagina.
I thought you were talking about Daredevil.
That does make sense because Daredevil's blind. So if he had to do bullseye in his bullseye, he could hurt his wiener if he misses
Well-
a bullseye.
Well, you just let Bullseye be on top because he never misses.
It all comes full circle.
Daredevil never misses.
No, Bullseye.
Bullseye.
Bullseye's not gonna be at the bottom because he has to be the top because he never misses.
Do Bullseye and Hawkeye have the same powers?
No, Hawkeye doesn't
Hawkeye
have any
doesn't have-
powers.
Hawkeye
Bullseye does.
actually, they made it where Hawkeye does have powers, and Bullseye did the same thing. Didn't they eventually reveal that they both have kind of powers?
Their power is being a hero.
Yeah, just being cool.
No, Hawkeye was
What
eventually
is he,
revealed
fucking
that he has some
Batman?
kind of like enhancement.
That's what Kate learned from him in the show.
Oh yeah.
Anyways,
Whatever. We're talking about a better show.
But
I was
I
surprised.
loved Hawkeye.
that
But go ahead.
Moon Knight had a more diabolical
Diabolical.
than Gamora.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Gamora?
hella sad. Yeah,
So you're
Gamora's-
saying his mom was crazier than Thanos?
Yep.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
dude. His
Yeah.
mom was a normal person. Thanos is a
Fuck
fucking.
no, dude.
That lady's crazy.
She was a bitch. Every birthday,
I
not
know,
even
but-
coming down to his table.
Or when she did, she was drunk and just her. It's your fault.
I know, but
Like you imagine
just
every.
killed the bitch.
that's based on a real person. There's people out there that have done that.
Yeah, but that's an
Yeah.
asshole mom.
Oh, you're
Like,
playing with your
It
toys
is. I'm not
right
making
now?
up excuses
Let me
for her.
pick
But how
yourself
crazy is
out.
Thanos?
Yeah.
He didn't take every kill personally. And this lady like targeted this kid out. You know, Thanos was
She
just
killed
like
her son.
Later, skaters.
he killed her son.
Yeah.
It was an accident.
It's that. Oh, it's so
Doesn't matter.
sad. And they
Yes, it does.
they say they think they
You'd
didn't
be a-
show the
you'd be a
kids.
horrible parent, Donnie.
They said I don't know. Donnie's trying to get a wife soon, so don't.
Donnie's trying to get pregnant.
Yep. So don't advertise that.
Is that
'cause
why you could see his belly
you
through
got
his shirt
you,
today?
you got to say that he's
He's
gonna
starting
be a
his,
good
he's starting
dad.
his paunch a
Oh.
little bit.
I just felt a kick.
We got to help him out. For the ladies out
You
there,
gotta-
that
you
he's a
gotta
good
feel-
dad. He's
you
gonna be a
gotta-
good dad.
You gotta feel the kick. You gonna feel the kick?
No, he's gonna be a soccer player.
I went when I went to LA. What?
Just how you're trying to say. It's just when I went.
What happened was when I went to LA, I visited like my aunt, my cousins and shit. My one cousin he's fatter than me. He's so fucking fat, dude. Like just
Is
pop
he
belly.
like me, like fat? Like
But he's really short. So
he's like a bowling
He's
ball.
like my height, but like
how tall are you?
5'7".
No, he's like 5 inches
He's
shorter
pushing
than you.
I don't know.
Wait, he's
Like,
5'2".
He's like
Puck.
5'2" or 5'3".
I'm like thinking of Connor.
Damn.
My cousins are they're vertically challenged, but
They're real Mexicanos.
they are, yeah.
Yeah.
But he has such a big
We
pot
call
belly.
those huevos rancheros.
We were like taking pictures and shit, and we just put our
Love
hands.
that
We
dish.
put our hands on his stomach like he was pregnant. Yeah,
Everybody
We
does
did that picture. It was hella funny.
Wait, we were
Private
like
test.
behind him.
No, we were just on the side of it, and like
Damn. Wonder
was
if that
fun.
helped his self-esteem.
he don't give a fuck, dude. He's high and drunk all the time.
Yeah, I was weirded out when they showed the mom just yelling at the beginning. Like, what the fuck is this about? And then they didn't have the kids shown in that part. And I guess you can't really do a lot of. I don't know if it's because of TV show, but it's still a movie.
Okay, so we guys are agreeing that abusing one child is worse than killing billions of people.
It's the morality behind it.
Yeah.
It's the
Thanos
personality.
was trying to prevent the Celestial.
He still killed people
from emerging.
and she
from
just wanted
Earth.
her baby back. I want my baby back.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Thanos saved millions by preventing the Celestial.
Did he though?
Yeah.
I guess we'll never know because they reversed it and shit. And
No, but he still did it. He still.
No,
did
the
it.
Eternals ended up saving everybody because the Celestial started to appear again after the snap, right?
Well,
So-
but
So
well,
I only
Hulk-
watch Eternals.
Hulk brought back everybody
Yeah.
at the snap.
So
And
Hulk's the bad guy
Yeah.
in game.
And his arm never healed, even though he's got regen like a motherfucker.
Fuck, that's what DC should do. They should do a connected universe, but only through their perspective of
maybe
their
we'll
villains.
figure that out in She-Hulk.
They got pushed back too.
did it?
Yeah, there's a lot of
Everything gets
production
pushed back,
issues, I
dude.
guess.
What was it?
Nothing's gonna come out the day they tell.
It's
tell
Fast
you.
and the Furious. The director left, and then because of Vin Diesel, and now it's all.
He's got to
fucked up.
find the.
Brie Larson's
Brie
in it.
Larson's
I-
coming.
I was
Well,
like-
he
They got
Instagrammed
everybody.
out or tweeted out some weird stupid message about it. It's just like welcome to the family. It's just like he's taking.
All he's trying to do is just market people that are like making movies that will bring other people in. I feel like he has a franchise, as in a restaurant. Like
He's just way too
look who's
attached
here.
to this.
Well, thank God it's gonna be over. Well, and they said
Yeah, it's gonna be over.
he's gonna bring Paul Walker back. They said,
No.
and they said the mom wants it. That's his excuse. But I'm like, this doesn't sound too good.
Nope. Wait,
The
Paul Walker's mom?
Yeah.
How do we know how old she is? Do we know how senile she may be? Does she know what they're gonna do? Okay, we're gonna talk about Moon Knight though.
Yeah, but no, that was traumatizing. The whole I couldn't in real life. You know, that's some real shit. People do that where they lose like a sibling or something, and
Yeah, because the episode 4 ends off with the hippo showing up with.
then this
Kill
one
a
has
king.
all the rooms with all the things, and it's sad.
Oh, we find out that they're on a boat.
and it's really hard because you really do see them as two different characters.
Yes,
You don't ever once go, these are the same guys,
sure.
and that's a weird concept to wrap
I mean,
around.
it's interesting.
They're
when
trying
they-
to protect each other,
but it's
for different
interesting.
things.
Yeah, it's interesting when they go into the spirit world and that there's two manifestations of him, right?
So going off, they end up, you know,
They're on a boat.
it's
and
fucking horrible.
They're going fast, and
It's fucking horrible because it's like.
it's like what?
Because Steve lives such a great life, and he was so happy and stuff. Then to learn that your whole
He
life was
wasn't
shit.
though,
Yeah, your whole life was shit, and he was just protecting you.
and
he's-
that every call.
so every
I
time he
knew that
calls
by the
is-
way.
we said that, but
That's off.
so
That
is
was
it a
obvious.
dial tone or is he leaving messages for her?
It sounds
think
like
he's
because
leaving
he
messages.
never pauses to get a response, right?
Because I think he's leaving a message. And that makes more sense. So when we keep jumping back to Hero, what's going on? Where are we going to? Are we still just in that
This
realm?
is all in his mind.
So when he just jumps back, because they keep jumping back as different people, and he does as Jake Lockley, when he has the tape on his nose and he starts talking Brooklyn like, you know what, da, 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 da. That's Jake Lockley.
Are you sure?
I think that's him because he only talks like that multiple times, and Jake Lockley is the one in that story. When he has his nose taped, that's when he's Jake Lockley. So I believe he's the only one that fights back when I'll get to that later. But yeah, but anyways, that's what really is confusing. They're in that realm. They're going through the hallways, and there's parts where they're yelling. He's like, I don't want to remember. I don't want to. He's like smacking his head. Then boom, he pops back in, and the guy's still talking to him and this and that. So it's kind of like, I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Were we just in his mind right there? They were already in his mind.
Well,
so
they're
they went
not-
to another part in his mind.
they're
Then what
not-
happens to the other one?
Inception.
They're on a boat in another dimension.
Well, they're in the underworld, basically.
No,
right?
they're in the. She says it's a pocket dimension. She talks about it like as if it's another
Well,
reality
they
because
said
it is.
in a lot of.
What's so funny?
I was thinking of the South Park episode where the guy is explaining everything with the Inception music in the background.
But that's the thing is, like, there's a lot of articles and videos about that. This took a whole new look at the underworld because maybe this is what Thanos was in when he saw the glow when he was in the Soul Gym, basically. When Black Panther goes to visit the elders, it's like a glow of purple.
Okay, well,
And then when they go to the heaven parts, it's brighter and it's different. Like when
Black Panthers is the ancestral realm.
yeah, but they're saying that these all are somewhat like how they all have their own underworlds, but they kind of still connect as an underworld in a way. And same with their heavens, where he was in that field with heaven in the end of the episode.
the thing from Gladiator.
Yeah, Thanos is in like a field, you know, when he's
Isn't
in
that
his...
what she said it was in Moon Knight, Ancestral Realm?
I think she did.
She says that.
She says she mentions Black.
Well, yeah, because obviously
She
Black
says
Panther's got to be
ancestral
tied to
realm.
Bast, right?
Because I thought she said astral plane, but she said ancestral.
They should have
plane.
really worked hard to connect Black Panther to it, but they probably don't because of what happened with Black Panther. But I think because with the gods, it's perfect setup to the story.
Watch, Khonshu will die at the beginning of Thor.
No. That'd be nuts, dude. But it won't happen.
I certainly hope not.
I certainly hope not.
Gore. You just walk up.
But yeah, Steven gets pushed off a boat.
Well, when they're on the boat, they're like, it's crazy when he walks in the room and he sees
If you
all
could
those
do it, I can do it
the
because I
crazy,
am
all the zombie
you.
people that are just staring there, and it's like
all the people that Mark's killed.
Yeah, and he's like, they're all like bad people and this and that, and it's like, all right.
So
And the
Mark is a
kid runs.
mercenary, so he definitely killed more than just those people.
I know, that's
those
what
are
I
only
felt
the
like.
Moon Knight killed.
I do love the origin is shown, and it's shown very accurate to the comic where he's dying, and Khonshu's like, no, you don't.
Well, it's like that exact scene, right?
It's
with the temple in the middle of the desert.
It's done
the
really,
statue,
really well.
It's him laying up
yeah,
against the
they
thing.
didn't have to make it look so good. It looked fucking great. Like, I got like hyped. Like, this looks good.
Apparently, now that Thor's coming out, they're taking plenty of shots right out of comic books, right? Because that shot is literally out of the comic book, right?
Yeah.
And like the shot from Thor with the
Well,
big, it looks like a bunny.
If
to
you
me,
think
is
about
what it
Civil
looks like.
War, though, Cyclops,
and they even freeze frame for a second.
Cap and Iron Man, when they both are shooting and the blocking, that's like a famous scene. You know, that's the famous.
Yeah,
cover.
but that's more like that's like in that scene is then
Only
in like
difference
New
is
York City
they're
and
not
they're
all
up on.
beat up. Yeah, but they gave it a little bit. There are some liberties.
But these
in
are
some
like
of it.
pulled straight out of the comic. Like that. Like I said, the
Well,
scene with
Thor
the
has fucking Korg sitting next to him. That's not in the comic.
It's slightly off.
Okay,
come
no,
on.
I'm just saying.
Come on.
So is
come on.
So is the Cap and Iron Man, but it's pretty much.
That's
there.
way off. The core thing is one little edit. You're wrong, but that's okay.
But yeah, so they eventually get onto that ship. And
Donnie,
that's what,
stop messing with R2D2.
I was getting so bugged out about the ship though. Like I'm like, where are they going?
The
They're
ship
saying
or the boat?
the boat.
It's a boat.
Set sails to Neverland, and it was just like, all right. And where's she taking them? Because
She's just taking.
they're in that. They're in the.
They're like in limbo.
Yes,
But it's like
basically
they
have
had to balance the scales, and she's like, you guys got to
She's
figure
either
out.
taking him to heaven or leaving him in the doo-wop.
my thing was, I kept thinking, does
Doo-wop, doo-wop. No.
Umbop?
That's all I could think of is doo-wop.
it's not like you're singing Carmen Sandiego. You remember Carmen Sandiego?
Where
Carmen sings nothing like that.
It's like, dude.
Carmen San Diego,
in the
Carmen
world
San
is Carmen San Diego. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, but with the fucking everything's about the fucking scales. I thought
fucking scales.
I thought Lockley's heart had to be in it. The whole time I kept going, oh, that's where they're gonna bring him in because it won't balance. But it made no sense. The only reason why they balanced was because they touched hands.
As all things should be.
Or he told him that I love you. And
No,
you're
he
my real
pushed him
hero.
off and got rid of him because it couldn't weigh
Okay.
2 hearts.
So he got balanced at the end.
Yes, because there was only 1 heart.
Yes.
Because Steven had died. And that's why he went to heaven, and he didn't even want to go to heaven. He wanted to go to the gate. They want to try to get out of there.
Right.
So Steven's like, Mark. Episode ends, and then Mark is there sitting in the field of wheat.
He's playing Catan, motherfucker.
All I could think of is 2 things: the scene from Gladiator, and then there's a vine somebody made of the scene of Gladiator. It's a guy sitting down in like a field of wheat, and it's Marcus Aurelius stroking his hands in the wheat. And it just like hits the guy across the face.
That's all funny.
But that's I mean, like that's like the typical depiction of heaven, right? And like
I
multiple
don't
cultures.
I don't want to be in fucking like wheat.
That sounds like a lot of allergies.
Well, it's more like
My
personal.
allergies.
Well, you'll be at peak. There'll be no allergies.
What kind of heaven is this?
My
Get to pet all the animals.
No, you get inner peace.
We were raised Jehovah's Witnesses. That's what they
You
told
don't
us.
need-
The world's gonna end. You get to pet animals.
Once you go to heaven, you don't need sex or drugs. I mean, you're just in Elysium. Like you're always feeling at 100% at all times, right? That's you. All you would if you went to heaven. If you went to heaven, all you need is a field of wheat to keep you happy.
Why
sounds like
field of wheat?
That's just how it's traditionally described. That's like
I felt like you said that with like a cob pipe or a little.
Why they say it's a field of
why I
wheat?
got a field of wheat?
obviously the Egyptians have it described that way, and the Egyptian culture basically influenced the rest of modern culture. You know, like
Why God
influenced the Greek
See in
cultures, the
Thor how
Romans
many
cultures.
heavens there are. Because there's
Valhalla.
Valhalla,
Valhalla at
and
you,
then there's
boy.
also
Hell.
heaven.
Is heaven?
Hevan. That's where Angela's from.
Who?
Angela.
Angela's from the Spawn world.
Number 45, Hevan James.
Speaking of which, how'd they build the pyramids?
we don't know.
Off the backs of Jews.
There you go. Hard work.
The Sphinx.
The original
No,
Jews, the black Jews.
The Eternals.
Black man is God.
Where you
We
getting
was
that from?
kangs.
What was that from?
What?
What you both were talking about?
That's just like the testament of a lot of
Yeah.
super ethno-black centric.
Yeah, Muslim
You know.
5% shit.
Yeah.
I've seen those interviews.
We came.
Pretty
We
much.
was. My it is. We was kangs, because that got.
Maybe it's a Kang tie-in.
Well, we were kings, right?
I know.
That's what
but
the,
you're
that's
saying
the-
Kang though.
But it got banned off of Steam because so many people were just shitposting We was kings to the point where they just banned anybody who used the word we.
Damn,
It's like
we got
your
the title
comment
of
was
the
erased
episode.
for mentioning
We was kings.
We was kangs
Uh,
with a Z.
but yeah, so he wants to go back and get him, but like my whole thing is, it lost me because he goes to him. It's a very sweet moment where he's like, "You were my superpower," and it's like weird because again,
You
it's
were my super.
it's a loving moment, but it's like you're talking
everything.
You're talking to yourself, but
And
then
their hearts combine.
and then they balance again, right? With two of them.
Well, Osiris opens the door for him. That's like the biggest thing is that big door, because Tawate
we
is
never
like
see Osiris, correct?
yeah, we see his avatar.
Oh, okay.
It's the Arabic businessman with the deep widow's peak, and the guy who's like, die. you know what I'm talking about?
Putin.
The guy who took like 3 hours to die when he was talking to her because he was like,
Don't forget. And then
he's grunting and like, straining at everything. It's like, dude, we get it, you're dying.
and like it looks like they're not going to make it. I don't get why they were having set one. It was only Steve that was having a hard time with his leg. It looked like when they were trying to hobble, it was only one of them that was hobbling. He's like, leave me behind. He's telling Mark
No, Mark was the one
that was
when they're
hobbling.
carrying. Mark was the one who had an injury.
So what the
leg.
fuck's the matter with his leg?
I don't know, but they're fine. They're in the afterlife. It doesn't really matter.
Well,
But because Tawate is like
Tawate had to come like go.
because the big desert wave.
Yeah, she had to go cut it off.
And she's like, Osiris, you softy.
yeah.
And they're like, let's go. And then they wake up, bullets fall out like Wolverine style. Did you like that?
And he wakes
The
up.
ding ding.
I just like him waking up to him like, yeah. And he's like, let's do this. I'm like, how are they going to do this together? How's this going to work?
And
it
he walks
works
out.
beautiful.
Well, before any of that, before he actually gets out, we get Layla.
I love Layla.
Got me on my knees.
Yeah.
Layla.
You digging her?
Yeah.
Would you hit it?
Yeah.
She's on a revenge
I
quest.
think she's gorgeous, to be honest with you. She's warmed up to me.
Well, she's a good actor.
You know what? She looked the best to me when she was in the sane asylum. She was cute. Like when she was eating her little. They weren't marshmallows. They call something
You're
else.
a weird.
You're
She's
just now
cute when she's in
figuring this out.
her white scrubs and her sanitary.
Yeah.
That's when I really got a boner.
Yeah. Me and Aaron Carter hang out together. We go to Michael Jackson's house. Feel me? I watched a whole thing about him talking about hanging out with Michael Jackson. He gave me a whole jewel jacket.
Sound like Michael Jackson.
It was like $15 million.
Sound like he had a type. Aaron Carter, Macaulay Culkin,
Ernie Enriquez.
I showed up. He's like,
Ernie Enriquez.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
I don't like little fat Mexicans. You're too big for my bunk bed. Ow! Walked away. He even walked out.
Your legs shake and then left.
Yeah, he's like,
Too fat
Ow!
to climb a tree.
you can't climb a
Grabs
tree
his crotch and ow!
I don't like
Moon
those
walks
Spanish
away.
boys. He's too brown. Didn't I tell you guys? Oh, did you bring me a white boy? I don't know where that accent came. But anyways, yeah, so they get back in there.
She's on a revenge quest though, right? 'Cause
Yeah, but
she's like, "You son of a bitch, don't you die on me!" And then she follows him and gets the knife. And then Tawate wakes up a dead body and is like,
That's kind of made me think of what you were doing with the guy dying, where he kept like talking a little bit, because she's like using the dead bodies and they're, Mark wanted me to help,
Oh my god.
and I'm trying to do whatever.
We would make perfect. Yeah, you'd make. She's like such a. The hippo's the best character in this.
I think
she's so
did she voice her
kind.
though? Does she voice her? I don't think she does.
No.
Yeah, it makes kind of
But
sense.
she's
I guess.
I think she's gonna basically become Layla's Khonshu, but she's the hippo's infinitely more stable.
I'll talk about that part though. But yeah, when she goes through the thing, and finally she starts calling out. You know, once she sees shit's going down.
Well, she sees Khonshu for the first time because she frees him, right? Because she goes to the Great Temple. She basically
I know, but
follows.
that's when fucking Ethan Hawke walks in like he's like running a fucking musical mob, and they're all just rolling in. They're like, we're
about to do a flash mob.
Flash mob. There you go. He's like, we're just gonna fuck shit up with my fucking staff. I guess.
Well, first off, when he gets Amit, right, the staff does this weird thing where like both crocodiles are like this, and then they collapse, and he gets an axe
sick,
and then a
dude.
longer staff.
And there's a lot of theories about the purple magic because Agatha had that, and
oh my god, it's also the Power Stone. I don't know. It's only a glowing purple thing. Mace Windu's lightsaber. Nick Fury's lightsaber.
Yeah.
It's purple.
yeah, righteous man.
And he's
Different
black.
color purple though.
Huh?
It's a different color purple.
He's gonna get baited for being a racist.
Okay, so
he's gonna
she
get canceled.
follows-
We get famous one day.
I'm making a connection
You're
to
lucky.
the original man.
The black man.
The right man.
That's technically the first.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
What?
in our opinion, yes.
I mean, I don't know exactly.
A lot of other people.
Because I
would
guess there's
argue that.
Neanderthals and we co-bred with Neanderthals, so it's like
It depends on people's.
It doesn't
beliefs.
matter.
But
It doesn't
It's
matter.
all about Egyptian gods. Go ahead.
it's all about it. Ethan Hawke. What's his Harrow? What's his first name?
Harrow.
yeah.
Harrow. Or is it like Shakira? Only
It's not like you said hello twice, just wrong.
Harrow H. Harrow.
Harrow.
You're gonna get.
He's
canceled.
Triple H. He's Harrow.
Oh, Harrow.
Just call him Dr. Harrow.
He shows up with his posse, right? And Layla's following him. And she was trying to kill him earlier, right?
And the hippo's like, no, don't do
The
it.
hippo's like, well, at least free Khonshu, right?
Yeah.
So she goes there. She finds a little tiny little statue.
And it's weird that Mark, when he was getting bottled up in the thing, he's like, have Mark come save me. So Mark must have before. Like,
No, he told Mark to have.
No,
He told Steven to tell Mark.
Tell Mark to come save me or free me or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So if this must have happened multiple times, where you have to be like, whatever, get him out of the.
Harrow's first name is
I don't think that happened.
Arthur.
Arthur Harrow. Yeah. Thanks, Donnie, with the on time research. Look it up. Hey, Jamie, look it up. You got an article about that? He shows up, right? Kills the other avatars. Layla gets the fucking bird statue.
Well, my thing is,
did she know he was a bird?
Okay, wait,
How did she know that was
wait.
Khonshu?
My whole thing is, first of all,
Oh my god.
no, Khonshu tells her. Oh no, he doesn't. When they break in, I said I don't understand why the avatars.
I mean, this is but it's very hinted at. It's funny we were talking about the Anunnaki because it's very hinted at that. That's probably what these Egyptian gods are, right? It's another race of aliens, like the.
I believe. I hate to sound crazy.
Oh my god!
I believe in that the world could be ran like this.
Where's Thor from?
Ask God.
Asgardian.
God. But I believe the world could be ran by like this more than like an actual like god with multiple crazy ass gods that fight
Yeah, but
over
this
shit.
isn't real, so and we're not going to have that conversation. We're going to talk about her breaking the thing and Khonshu coming out and deciding to have a fist fight with an alligator.
Well, he sits there and is like, I never wanted you as an avatar, bitch. He's just like, I ain't.
He asks her.
I know it's funny. He goes, "Do you want to serve the night?" And then
I was
she's
about
like,
to say, if she says yes, I'm going to be pissed.
I thought she was gonna be like, "For a minute, I will," but she was like, "Nah."
Nah, fuck you.
And he's like, "Bye."
I got this. I already have an opportunity from this hippo to be an avatar.
When
but
they
thanks, I'll pass.
when they raise the alligator though, or the
Who's that?
Akhenaten.
Is that who you're thinking of?
Akhenatans. Yes. Okay. Now that name sounds.
What are
familiar.
Akhenaten? Oh,
Is that
you
the
said?
guy who has the weird shaped head?
Mhm.
Oh, god.
Is
They
he,
thought he was an alien too.
is he a real person?
Because there's also the Phoenicians who also have cone-shaped heads that were the people who ruled
And
the
there's actually cone heads
Mediterranean.
in SNL.
They were the
Dan
people
Aykroyd.
that they were the people that like ruled the
Have
Mediterranean.
some of my scrolls.
shits, and they're
my scroll
referenced by
vodka.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Ernie's trying to make a reference to Dan Aykroyd, and I'm
Okay,
trying
just scroll vodka. But no, but he's crazy too, though. I think he's into all that too.
Yes, that crazy people are into that
all
stuff.
Connecting.
Yes, it's hella interesting, but I don't believe it. Right?
For shame.
It's like a fantasy universe, right?
But
That's what I feel like.
But you skip the part where he raises fucking alligator woman, sassy ass. She's sick, dude. The budget, I don't know what they had for this, but
They saved it all for these last for the gods.
Looks fucking sick.
Her dreads are an alligator tail.
Are they?
Yeah, that's what it is. Because she's got that that headdress and it's got the gold, right? It looks like dreadlocks, right? And it cuts down in a tail, so she's got him wrapped up.
And the conversation.
We get a kaiju fight.
I know. I was like, oh my god, we're getting a kaiju fight. But the hippo coming back, she's just delightful. And their conversation, her conversation with her.
Though, yeah. Donnie, don't laugh at that.
Why are they like living animals and then Khonshu's fucking dead?
Because I think he's older than they are.
Bird.
Maybe.
I don't know what he is. Like, that's what I think Logan was asking me. Is he a bird? I go, I think that's how they see him. I don't know if that is how he.
But I mean, a lot of Egyptian gods have animal heads. They have like a coyote head or an alligator head.
A jackal head.
Jackal, thank you. Whatever.
And a crocodile head, not an alligator head.
There could be a coyote out there.
Fucking gator.
Fucking gator.
Put my thumb in his ass.
But it's the discussion is cool because it brings up her dad, and it's like kind of like closure for her that I remember. I
talked to your dad.
I remember opening when she let him go to heaven or whatever.
My dad.
Then she's like, he's like, there's someone here. I'm like, oh my god, would you guys really lose your fucking mind? Like scramble, look around for everybody, but he just uses his fucking Jafar wand to crumble everything, and then that's when she comes out and goes for the fucking swords, and like, shink, she looked like Darkhawk, dude. I was like, that's fucking savage. She's like, I got the perfect costume for us, and I'm like, oh shit, what are they gonna wear? It was pretty tame, but
I'm glad we got it right away.
Well, and I'm glad it was.
They didn't be like, oh yeah, I got a new suit.
I'm glad
like
it wasn't
15 minutes later. We finally
I'm glad
got
it wasn't just that clothing, because I thought, oh, that's it. Then when the gold fucking blade fucking, I was like, oh dude, that's sick. Then what was it?
Well, Khonshu starts fighting Amit, right?
No, but he has to meet with Moon Knight first.
No, he fights Amit because they're like big. Amit. And she's the Amit's got the hots for Khonshu, bro.
Yeah.
She's like way too persistent about having him. He clearly is not gonna join, but she's constantly been like, join me together.
I like their parallels. Like, he's like, we're about vengeance, and she's like, well, yeah, I kill people too. He goes, yeah, but I wait till they commit the crime, basically.
I'm Minority reporting things.
Yeah, that's basically what she's doing.
But yeah, so they have a battle, and he like uses weird teleportation powers and stuff.
But then
like
when
that.
does Steve come to meet with him?
Finally they wake up, and then Khonshu's like, oh, Marc. That's literally what happens.
Marc.
He's like in the middle of fighting her, and he goes, Marc? And then it cuts to him, he gets the Moon Knight costume, and he finally walks out of the tomb, and you look up, and it's bright outside, and you see Khonshu standing there just like, yo, what's up? He's like out in the because Khonshu never wants to be near him. He always wants to be in like the weird epic shot,
badass pose and shit, where he's always like just like,
dude,
what?
I really like the Khonshu design for this. I really like the weird bird skull.
They did a good job with the comics.
Chose a great voice actor.
But I love Steve Grant coming in as Mr. Knight going, how are you arranging this? I was like,
yeah, we're sort
shit.
of a package deal now.
Like, this is all like Mr. Confident.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's nice that you have these two guys share a body and work together.
Very good character development. Don't you think, Ryan? Do you remember this?
No, I saw him like switch back and forth fighting.
I hate the stitch across the mask.
I don't like it either. So people are doing 3D prints of it, and I'll show Jacob.
I would love one.
And me and Jake are looking at it, and I told him, if you do the Mr. Knight one, come on, that's an easy Halloween costume, because you just need the mask.
Yeah.
And I don't really want cloth, but I go, I wouldn't do it because my fat ass, you could do it, but if I got the mask just to put on a mantle or whatever, I go, I don't want that fucking stitch down the middle. They had to throw that in there, I guess. But so then they take flight, they go head down there. The fighting in that scene was fucking bananas.
So they show up, right?
And Steve Grant's like, oh my gosh.
Because Ethan Hawke gets on the pyramid and starts chanting. Did you hear about the thing when he's speaking in Mandarin?
No.
So in an earlier episode, he's like talking to a Chinese woman in Mandarin, right? And it came out that he was just speaking gibberish. They didn't actually give him any actual Mandarin. So people were like, what the but it's not his fault, right?
Yeah,
they never like gave him any like.
That's like them going like, here, speak to an African. He's like being stupid and shit. It's kind of disrespectful.
But he didn't do it on purpose, right? Most of
I'm just saying, it's kind of like fucked up.
What, you don't like
this whole
Bush speak
episode's
done?
getting pulled down.
Huh?
I don't know. It just makes me think of Starving Marvin.
Oh, it's got me like Starving Marvin, girl. Nelly song. Drake.
But yeah, he's chanting and he's taking all the souls.
Oh, you see all the souls flying up. It's a good visual.
Now look at the tattoo.
And everyone's getting them, right?
Yes.
Or like his servants start getting them.
Well, the servants have them, and then everybody starts getting them.
And then the ones that become good, they end up getting them, right? Because then they're taking over as soldiers. Are they mind controlled at that point?
All the people that souls are getting taken away, the ones that aren't like turning and becoming like zombies.
Because I thought like
anything.
when he goes to him, he's like, "You're a good man."
The only people that Moon Knight
Like-
fights are his like personal army.
No, heroes. Like he's like, "You're a good soldier," and he's like, "You don't need this."
That
anymore.
one guy, because he basically convinced him, right? He just killed a bunch of people except for him in front of him. Like you'd be
guess.
like, "Oh my god, what the?" And like, especially if you're somebody who
But
lives
he tells Emotep, or the fuck the girl's name is. What's her name?
Amit.
Amit. He tells Amit, like, I have thousands and thousands of followers ready for you. So he's like pulling people.
He's networking.
Yeah. He's got a good plan on his.
Well, every good villain's got a network, right? Got to build a supply
But then
chain.
when he sees fucking Moon Knight, he's like, oh fuck. 'Cause
Well,
then
Moon
they
Knight-
start fighting in midair for a second.
Superman's him into the
That's
ground.
one thing is I think Ethan Hawke's character was kind of lame for his fighting. He's not a fighter. He's got a powerful
Well, he
stick at the
does
moment.
fight. I mean, his stunt double does, but
Yeah.
there's that. When he's fighting
But
both.
when they see Layla, whoo, like, girl, you looking good. Where'd you get
she stops
that?
that car. That little girl's like, "Oh, you an Egyptian superhero?"
She's fucking sick in it, dude.
cool.
And then Mark is like, "Oh, I'm so happy." And that's the weird thing is 2 dudes in there, and it's like,
They're switching back and forth.
but can you
it's
imagine?
like a video game,
like,
bro.
I was talking to my wife. Can you imagine? You're just like, fucking turn back into Steve right now. You're really pissing me off. Like that's gotta be hard person to date. Like that's rough.
That's why I don't. We'll get to that later, but that's also kind of why I think that she's not there at the end.
But so that he's like, he's like, oh my god, this is amazing. I'm
they
so
back to
excited
back.
to show you all the good stuff that we've learned. And then he comes out and he starts whooping ass with his fucking sticks.
You like when he?
Oh,
fixes his shit?
dude. When he fucking like, well, first he does the thing where he's fighting, and then he throws it, and it fucking ricochets, and then the other Moon Knight catches it, or the original Moon Knight costume. Then he runs and gets tossed into it, and then that's when the other one and he's like, I was like, oh, dude. Crystal's like laughing her ass off, and I'm like, dude, I'm fucking sick. And then he gets knocked through the window. Then all of a sudden the cable flies out, and he zooms through, and I'm like, oh my god, this fighting
Jumps up and he
choreography.
just fucking.
This choreography is fucking.
Is choreography?
This choreography is kicking ass. Did you guys like the fighting?
It was cool.
Thanks, Donnie.
The idea of them switching back and forth
It was acceptable.
But then Harrow is beating him, which was stupid to me.
I got magic.
I knew it was coming. By the way,
And then he blacks out, and what happens? I want to see. I hope they show us the visuals of when they blacked out.
Hey, well,
When are they going to show that?
Flashbacks. Fuck you guys. Flashbacks.
when are we gonna get another thing of Moon Knight in?
We'll get another thing in a minute. Do you think Moon Knight's going to continue? Because at first I thought they weren't, but they have to.
Well,
The story's
they
not
put
over.
Daredevil was in Spider-Man, so I guess.
Yes, but Oscar Isaac's not signed on to do anything else.
Yeah.
But do you think Oscar Isaac isn't having a fucking ball doing this? In every
I don't know.
fucking interview, he's like so hyped for this.
I don't know. I haven't asked him.
He did say it's the hardest thing he's ever acted in.
Does that mean a good way? Like it
No, maybe it
challenged
takes a
him,
lot-
or it took a
It
lot
might
out
take
of
a
him?
lot out of him.
Challenging.
Well, Doctor Strange, Stephen Strange, Cumberbatch, he said
He's taking a break.
He's taking a break, so it seems like Doctor Strange ain't gonna be doing much after this movie for a while.
So is Elizabeth Olsen, though.
So they all dying. Spoilers: everyone's dead in game or Infinity War.
Everybody gonna die.
Y'all gonna die. But yeah, so it's. I don't know. So Jake Lockley came in and took out all those guys around him and Hero with the axe like at his head or the fucking staff. That's just nuts, though. That's gotta be fucking really powerful to go in that situation from being dead, basically, or almost dead, to popping up, whooping everyone's ass around you and having them on the ground.
He's using the repressed memories of his childhood to go ham on everybody.
But I want to know what Lockley.
You know what
lived
that's
through.
like, Donnie?
No.
But anyways, and then the whole ending came, and I didn't really like that much. Where he's like
Traps in a right, like,
and it's kind of
do it
weird.
yourself.
Well, it's kind of weird because it's like they bring in Harrow and then they set him there, and he shows his finger wiggling, which I don't. Okay, is he supposed to be still alive? We get it. Like I would assume he has to be somewhat alive to put the thing back into him so they can kill him with it. If he's already dead, isn't it just going to be? I don't know. I don't quite understand. A lot of stuff I was getting kind of lost. Like, wait.
I don't think he was dead. I think he was just knocked out.
Well, they were showing the fingers. He was moving. He wasn't dead. But I was like, okay, he needs to be alive probably to accept the thing. How do they pull him in? How they pull the Velociraptor woman?
With some spell or something.
Oh, that's right. They get in a circle, and I'm like, how do they know this? And then I think my wife was like, well, they're avatars.
Well, they're avatars.
Their
yeah.
avatars are probably taking over and stuff. So
Basic arithmetic.
then it's like, Khonshu was like,
Arithmetic.
finish it. Finish it.
Kill him. Do it.
Well, I copy Green Goblin. You copy. You copy.
Finish the line.
So they don't kill him?
Did you watch it?
I did, but I might have turned away at that
Credit
point.
scene?
Did you watch the end credits at all?
Is there an after credit scene?
Yeah.
Okay, so he doesn't kill him.
So he doesn't.
He tells Khonshu to do it
He
and
throws
fuck
that
himself.
beautiful fucking I'm
Stab.
gonna have fucking
My grandma has a
Jake
staff
make
with
me those Moon Knight because
Oh,
when he throws into the sand, you see a good shot of it, and it's got all the etching in it and stuff. It looks so nice because he's about to kill
his
him with
moonarangs.
Moonarangs, but it's tight. It takes him off his just like Batman does now.
Uh-huh.
But he throws it, and he's like, "I'm not killing them. I'm done." And they made the deal already that once we help you, we're not going to be your avatar anymore. So then that's it. And then as soon as that happens, boom, they wake up in bed, and we hear the first.
No, they wake up in the hospital and they see him walking with the bloody feet.
That again, I think is Jake, because when he's like, "You know what I think," and his voice hella changes.
So what happens in the after credit scene?
Hold on, we're almost there.
Oh.
But when they're in there, it's weird. So where are they at in his mind? And if they're in his mind, why does he see blood on his feet?
Because the glass, because he knows it's... I don't know, it's some fucking
You know what they should have
Inception
done?
symbolism bullshit.
They should have credits roll and then play the Pixies.
Where is my
Yeah.
mind? Where is my mind?
That's a good song.
What
That's a good
song is
song.
it?
At the end of Fight Club, you remember?
Oh. This
No,
was
that's-
they said was a very homage to Fight Club. A lot of it. I mean, we saw it with the punching in the face, but
And the mummy.
I've
movie?
heard that too. They said the girl was really based off. They felt like Rachel Weisz.
Dummy.
But yeah, so it was really weird. But and he's like, I'm thinking you, and all. He had like this New York kind of accent when he's
I
talking.
didn't hear it. I think you're crazy, by the way.
Really,
Yeah.
really.
That's
Do you really
I
really
mean,
think...
I
in
thought
the
he was
after
crazy. I
credit
don't know what you're
scene?
talking about, but I already.
Oh, and
Do you
after
really
credit,
think that the
but
show
in-
Moon Knight exists?
Are we here? So yeah, then it ends with like,
They wake up.
no, they don't wake up.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they do wake up,
They chained to the bed.
and then I don't get it. So they're chaining
He's like-
themselves to their
he's like,
bed.
Cue Bone Thugs
Steve-
in Harmony.
But they have 2 goldfish now.
Was it two?
They got one for
So,
each from...
so to me, it looked like they went back in time, but they didn't,
No,
right?
no.
And
And
then
Mark's like, your place is a shit, like a piece of shit.
But Mark has seen it before.
Yeah, but he's
Mark's
living
the
in it.
one that
Mark's
hit the
living,
phone
Yes, he's
in there and
living
all
in
that.
it now.
He's been to it before. But anyway,
Okay.
why are they chaining their foot up again? Yeah,
I don't know. I
it's
don't have all
kinky
the
shit.
fucking answers.
It was really. That's what I'm saying. The ending kind of upset me. And this show was so fucking good, and the ending kind of got so confusing.
Yeah,
and
but
then
that's kind of the point of the whole thing.
I'm sure fucking somebody will explain it.
And at the end of it, he just tries to get up.
the end credit Moon Knight explain.
He
Yeah.
he
And all
falls.
the Easter eggs.
He falls and he hits the ground, and it's like up Groundhog.
That's the scene from the fucking trailer. 'Cause he
Ground-
never does that.
Groundhog Day. No, remember he falls
No,
in the
he
first
doesn't fall.
episode.
I don't believe so. Because I think
Ryan?
he knows.
Right?
I feel like that happened.
I thought so too.
I don't know. I don't care because let's get to the end credit scene.
End credit. So Ethan Hawke, for some reason, is in the mental institute, but it's actually a real one. It doesn't look like the Apple Store where it's all white and all that stuff. You actually see Blue and medics are in there and stuff. And they're like, come on. His hair's all long and shit. And he's just like...
His hair
hair
is
is already
always
long.
long.
Yeah, but it's all like draped differently. It's not groomed.
Well, he's like sedated.
Whatever. I don't know how you would get him in there. Like, you have to admit him into it, but he got there somehow. That's why I don't like either.
He's
Can't
talking
you put it in
about gods and
Yeah, but
like-
he's just chill and normal. But anyways, someone comes and you see like a black suit with the
like,
black,
okay,
black
buddy,
gloves.
come on.
And then he's like, don't, he says in Spanish, like, I'll take care of him from here. And he's rolling him out. And then he rolls him into a limo. And then he
Throws him in there.
Throws him in there. Then he throws
Chucks
the
the-
wheelchair and he kicks the shit out of the wheelchair. Like, get the fuck out of here. And then
Gets in a limousine.
He gets into the limousine.
This is Haro? Harrow?
he
Harrow.
rolls Harrow into it.
Who does?
We don't know.
We don't know. It's a
Some
guy in
guy.
all black and with
He
black.
gets into the
black-
front of the car.
Have a
And he-
mask on?
No,
Just-
you just don't see his face.
Okay.
So he throws Hero in there, and then he pulls the wheelchair, and then he like from a far distance, he like kicks the shit out of like, get the fuck out of here. Goes in the front and Khonshu's in there like a motherfucking
In a fucking
pimp.
suit.
He's in a white suit, with
Legs crossed.
legs crossed,
In the driver's seat?
No, he's inside.
Because they're in a limo.
They're in a
'cause
limo.
they're sitting like
Oh.
opposite of each other.
Yeah.
And then he's like, this motherfucker.
Yeah,
Khonshu. Harold's like, you can't kill me. Like you know, like you got basically no avatar. He's like, you know, like whatever. And
He's
whatever.
my avatar's a lot more broken than you thought.
He's a lot more broken than you thought. He's like, I'd like you to meet my chauffeur, Jake Lockley. And it rolls down, and it's fucking Oscar Isaac, and he's like something in Spanish, and pulls out a fucking silencer. He's like, boom, boom.
Who's Jake Lockley?
His third personality.
Oh, okay.
The cabbie driver.
Wow.
So it ends with him. It ends with him. It ends with him smoking Ethan Hawke dead with the god, and now we don't know what's
Dead
going
as
on.
a doornail.
And then it ends with I forgot what song plays, and it has the car driving, and it's a Spectre on the back of it though. It's SPE like KTORER. It says it's somehow Spectre, right? And I'm like, that's
He
kind
took
of
the
weird.
gold. He took the gold. Whatchamacallit? Because Ethan Hawke sets the gold scarab on his chest.
Oh.
So Steven takes it, sells it, becomes a millionaire, and then buys the museum.
Is that what you're thinking?
I thought
All
you
comes
were
full
like,
circles, right?
Where'd you read this at?
Because Mark Spector's he's the concerned citizen personality. He's Mr. Knight, right? And he's like a rich, so he always
No,
goes.
that's Grant.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Though.
Oh, I thought you were saying Mark. I thought you said Mark.
Steven needs some way to, get some wealth, right? So what if, like I said, he puts a scarab on his fucking chest. What happens to it? We don't really see it again, right? And I imagine if you have a solid gold scarab, Egyptian artifact that fucking levitates.
What do you expect from season 2?
Nothing. There's no season 2.
I think they're gonna. Lockley's gonna be more of a villain, I believe.
Isn't there not? Didn't they deconfirm that season 2?
I told
I'm
you that's
just
what I heard, but
being
there's gonna be a
hypothetical.
Facetious.
I'm just trying to start some shit.
Bushman.
If there's a
Yeah, I
season
got a
2,
dream.
what do you expect? What do you
Bushman
want?
Swamp Thing.
They talked to Oscar about Bushman. He said he seems very appealing. Just feels the fact a man that has a skin face as a villain already makes him want to have him in the show. And Bushman would come after him for revenge, maybe, or want Khonshu's power because Steve got it instead of him. Because in the comic, he was very pissed off at.
I would almost still rather, though, stick with the god stuff. I feel like there's a lot of room you can explore with that.
Well, I think it should be Bushman wanting the god power. Then maybe he finds a different god to use instead. That's like, hey,
All right, give me another Egyptian god.
I don't know.
Horus.
Seth.
Osiris. Isis.
No, Seth is the god.
Shazam.
The god of the dead. No, god of the underworld. God of the underworld.
I feel like they should steer off and do something different.
Have him fight. Who?
Turned
what?
into the Street Fighter that he
Himself?
Just not.
What if
dealing-
Jake Lockley splits off and becomes the other? Isn't there like another
Not
Moon
Well,
Knight?
Jake-
place in Egypt.
Jake Lockley could be giving him a bad name in the streets, like that's this horrible, like when Spider-Man and Venom took over it's the Black Suit took over while he fought out of nowhere, and he wake up and be like, why do I feel sore and shit? And it was the Black Suit taking him out at night or whatever. And Lockley could be giving him a bad name, and then we get other villains involved in it. So
Start the Dark Stalkers.
I think we're moving towards
The video
there.
game?
I'm very, very, very excited for Werewolf by Night.
Yeah, we got
Man-Thing
and
Jennifer
Elsa.
Kell. Jennifer Kell too, right?
What?
Her name's Jennifer Kell.
Well, that's Man-Thing's friend.
I don't know. Why would you say that's his girl?
I'm talking about Elsa.
But why'd you go what? Because Jennifer
'Cause
Kell's in
I
it.
didn't know that she got.
I heard that she's in it. Elsa, was it Moonstone? Blood Moon? Bloodstone? I almost got it. She's dope because her family's they're meant to hunt monsters. It's like,
Van Helsing.
yes.
Buffy.
Yes.
No. It's like
Oh my God. The Belmonts.
Belmonts.
Well, the Belmonts are based off of the Van Helsings.
Because her daughter now just premiered in a comic recently, and she's got to take over the mantle.
Who?
Bloodstone. It was a one-shot. The daughter came out. I bought a bunch because it's her first appearance.
Her daughter.
Yeah, she has
Her
a daughter.
You talking about her
Daughter?
sister or her daughter?
Her daughter, I believe.
You
it
put
is.
your seed in my daughter.
Is it the one shot from the death of Doctor Strange?
I think so. It's her sister.
That's her sister.
Oh.
You
Wow. Well, whatever. But I'm really excited for that. And there is rumors of Blade and stuff. But there's rumors of Blade in this. But I think they might have cut stuff out. Because what happens with Marvel gets excited and wants to throw things in things. And then they realize that.
Oh, you're talking about Blade's daughter.
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay, well, that's another thing that's happened, coming back again.
Blade's got a daughter.
Uh,
Some bitch always trying to climb on my dick out of a hill. I can't.
no, they were
ride it.
they were supposed to give him a daughter like 10 years ago. Then they canceled the comic.
Really?
Now they're
What is she? Vampire? Part vampire? Daywalker?
She's a quarter
I
vampire.
guess so.
I mean, it's interesting. The whole Daywalker concept's already interesting, but I don't know what it's going to entail. So with if they're not doing Terry Russell Werewolf by Night, where his whole family is like cursed. This is a different one where it's a different
Jack Russell.
Jack Russell. I was Terry
Like-
Russell, the dog.
Like Jack Russell Terrier.
This one
I
is
think his dad might be Terry.
no. This is something
oh my
Gomez.
god, what a horrible name.
This is something Gomez. It's the Mexican dude.
Was it the new one that
Wouldn't he
the guy
be-
from Black Eyed
Wouldn't he be
Peas
a were coyote?
Maybe, but it's a different lore about why he's the werewolf by night, and he could change on demand and shit like that.
That's kind of disappointing because
Disappointed.
Jack Russell.
Jack Russell deals with the Darkhold, and
But I think they want to do more diversity, so it's gonna be a Mexican dude.
That's a podcast.
If it doesn't click back on, that's where we're at.
No, I gotta end it.
No, I know, but I'm saying if it doesn't click back on, if it's like too hot again, which is not good for us, and I don't know how we're going to communicate,
Let's just finish this up.
how we're going to finish or get back to Lucas about how we need the other camera to switch out. It's still blue. It's supposed to go back red within like 10, 20 seconds. Are you doing The Office?
Yeah.
Yep, for sure. Look at that limp dick going down right down there, going up. Are you just going to read what it says?
It says SD card speed is too slow.
how old is that SD card?
Not that old. Not old enough to do that. I think it's with the heat, though, to be honest with you.
Camera's hella hot. So
I don't get it. It's not good. We don't want that trouble.
You might need a higher speed SD.
What?
Replace the night.
Not the ones I want to watch.
So
Phoenix and Dallas and whatever the other one was.
Heat and Sixers.
All right, so we're shutting off the lights. We talked Moon Knight. You guys want to give ratings? We've been giving ratings to shows. That was Declan snoring.
Out of 5.
Out of 5.
5?
Out of 5.
Oh. We do out of 10s when we did Book of Boba, when we did all that.
It's a 9.5.
9.5?
8.5.
8.5.
Shit.
You two don't fucking probably remember, so I don't want to hear yours.
I mean,
I'd say 8 out of 10.
I'd say 7.
I give it an 8.
I need to rewatch it.
It would have got a 9 for me if the ending was more solid. But Oscar Isaac is just fucking phenomenal in this. He did such a good job playing two different people and made it believable.
He finally knocked it apart with his second Egyptian role.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Apocalypse, motherfucker.
Apocalypse.
And on that part, we won't be seeing Declan next week. He'll be in Bermuda, Jamaica. Ooh, I don't know.
That's like the opposite direction. I'm going to Alaska. I'm gonna go fight the Russians.
He's going to. Let's go to Hawaii. He's gonna be living it up, getting a tan. Make sure you.
I'm hanging with the mutants.
Make sure you spray
The
yourself.
mutants.
Make sure you spray
Those
yourself.
muties.
My mugga. Mugga. There's a whole good 4chan.
It sounds like a
thing.
Muggle thing.
Yeah,
Rather than a
it's like they're
mutant
gangsters
thing.
playing. They're like, "What's up, my mugga?" Ryan sent it to me years ago. I don't know. It's funny. But anyways, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Donnie, Ryan, and of course Declan. Always here. Donnie, the camera's not on. You're doing like a thug gang
West
signs
Coast.
throwing. He started crip walking and no
West-
one saw.
Just jumping.
Jumping and jiving.
You see Snoop looking at like the horse racing from the Olympics when the horses are like trotting. He's like, "Oh shit, that horse could crip walk."
know a Seawalk when I see one, baby.
There he goes, Snoop. Yeah.
It was like Snoop and Kevin Hart. They got like celebrity announcers for the Olympics. It was weird.
Oh, that's weird. Gotta do what you gotta do, baby.
So where can they find us?
You can find us on YouTube. Duh, that's where we're always at. But all the social media platforms, we should be there. If we're not, let us know. Thank you to the 14 fans that watch, or viewers, mom, dad, whoever watches it. Make sure you like, subscribe, share.
The Academy.
We appreciate the comments that we do get when we do.
Smash that like button.
Speed it up.
Smash it
Break
like
its
a blind
leg.
person that's trying to get it on. That was wrong.
Like a blind Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
Break that shit.
Your finger or the button?
Penis.
You slam that like button with your dick.
That's gonna be our sign off for that. Like people are always like smash that, or like wrestling ones are like body.
You slap that like button.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is. I like that because a lot of times they're always like body slam that like button. Da, 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 da. We'll be like
Finger bang that like button. Fist that like button, man. Give it a good titty twist that like button.
give that like button a shocker and see how you feel.
Give it a good shellacking.
A good Will Smith.
DP that like button,
you say a
baby.
good
No,
Will
it
Smith?
has to do with sex.
DP or that like button, bro.
DP?
Double penetrate.
Give that like.
I mean, just rape the like button.
You can't say that.
you can't say rape on
We're definitely
YouTube.
gonna have to censor that.
Just do it good, though.
Say make him say just okay. Clear the audio and just say a random word, and we'll
Spank
just
it. Just spank that
No,
like
I
button.
just will get around it. Make sure you pull a Will Smith and keep
make sure you groom that like button.
keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth and press that button or punch that button.
No, that's stupid.
That was very stupid.
No, you just killed the entire chain.
Like, it
of
didn't make
jokes.
sense. It almost was gonna, and then it didn't.
Yeah, I should stuck with Ryan's where he's just
Smack
said Will
that
Smith
like
it.
button like it just talked about your wife.
No, okay. The chicken's so good, it make you want to smack that like button.
Make you slap your mama. All right, Declan, say something stupid.
What do you? I always wanted to say stupid after.
I don't know.
That's a podcast.